And we're live.
Hi, and welcome to Desis and Dragons.
Legs is just walking in the background while we're live.
Wait, you guys are live?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Leave.
We had more
Hello.
Desis than expected. Hi, my name is Indrani. I've stopped even though I'm not supposed to. So good to have all of you here and making mistakes at the start. Next up, let's hear from the person who's had a secret guest in the background, Indrani.
Hello, everybody. My name is Indrani. I will be playing Talvar the Forge Cleric today. And I do not any longer have a secret guest behind me. But yeah, very excited to see the shenanigans unfold. I feel like some heavy conversations will be had in game with a very stubborn robot. So we'll see how it goes.
Speaking of said robot, let's hear it from Shubham.
Hello, I'm currently fixing the fact that both Alika and Indrani's characters read Alika Medu in their little descriptions. But hi, I am Shubham Mehta. I will be playing a Warforged monk with a serious projection issue. Let's just leave it at that. So yeah, looking forward to what chaos comes up next.
Yes, and their name is currently represented twice. It is Alika.
Oh, hello, it's me. I'm Alika. I'll be playing Medu Devadalis, the human beast heart with the awesome companion Cosmo, the Cerulean Chimera.
Yeah. Woo. That's excellent. Now that we've dealt with the cat issues and an OBS invasion from last week, we can get ready for this week. But we have some interesting news to announce. And I think Indrani can't stop herself from announcing it now.
Yes. We have a couple of announcements today. The first one is that thanks to an incredible community member, Fluke, shout out, we are having the second sort of week-long Discord event where we will be exploring one-page RPGs. The sign-ups for this event is currently live. You can head to our Discord server, the link to which is in the description. To find the link, sign up, come play games. We have a hilarious range of games going this time, so if you're interested, come check us out. The second announcement is that I have a giveaway going with Gaz the DM. So if you would like to win custom art for your character and a custom dice set that is inspired by your character, check out my Instagram. All the information is on Instagram, which is at Nonagon Dice. Yeah, those are the announcements. Yeah. I think that's it. I got nothing else.
There is one more thing to announce. We have 650 people in the Discord.
Yeah, we do. Oh my god, what the hell?
Okay, but what we really need is another 16 of you to join ASAP.
Yes.
Right now.
Get us to 669 quick.
666. Well, your math sucks.
Oh, that's what I was aiming for. I didn't.
No.
I was about to correct the number. I was about to. Okay.
666.
Yeah.
Let's do it for
This is
Cosmo.
D&D. It's all about devil worship, don't you know?
Totally.
The Satanic Panic is well alive in this part of the 80s.
Yes.
The 80s never died on
The
Desis and
80s that I
Dragons.
know so much about.
Clearly.
Oh boy.
Yes. Everyone. Yes, Indrani now thinks that she's the 80s mom. So put 80s trivia questions in the chat. See how many she can get.
Yeah, do it. I get
Meanwhile, while you're sharing those in the chat and Indrani coming up with the answers, I will do a little recap of what happened on our last adventures on The Broken 12. Boom, boom, boom. So, last time on The Broken 12.
Budget. Sorry.
No, we don't. It should have been like dun dun, because you guys were having your own adventures with law and order in the great arena of Drome, where you guys had to basically prove your innocence by, beating the charges, literally, as you had to fight against the prosecutor in the arena, and also convince the jury, aka the audience, that you were not guilty rather than guilty. And you guys did a good job. You basically got most of the people to agree that you weren't guilty. You became friends with the prosecutor. You convinced them that you knew, the stars of Claw and Orden back in Shan, because everyone in Shan knows all the celebrities.
It's the New York City, baby. Which is the LA,
York would have
is that
both would have been correct. Both would have been
New York
correct.
City is also
Cool, good
correct.
to
New
know.
York's also got like stars and acting. 30 Rocks in New York, from my knowledge. So you could have done that. You could have just left with it. We wouldn't have just you.
Nope.
You doubted yourself. That was your first mistake. So you
I
have
live
to
in
do.
Mumbai. I know Amitabh Bachchan. Sure, whatever. He's my
Yeah,
neighbor.
totally.
You know what's crazy is
I can
that
introduce you to
No, no,
his
hold
front
on.
gate.
no, I kid you not. Every time I need to, there's a vet who works very close to Amitabh Bachchan's house, and every time I need to go there, I'll say the road, and then the auto guy will be like, "हाँ अमिताभ साहब के घर के बाजू में ना," and I'll be like, "भाई मेरा दोस्त नहीं है. I'm not going for chai with the Bachchans. Get me to the fucking vet." So yeah, it's a thing. In Mumbai, it's definitely a thing. Okay, carry
Yes,
on.
but is it? But is it in Sean? Maybe not. We'll find out if we ever get back there and meet these stars. But after beating those charges and getting free, you managed to make some fans. For example, first of all, the drag fans, drag stands, aka the kobolds, the disco kobolds. They're out. They're having a great time. They're celebrating the verdict in their own ways. You did meet your new harpy fans, who are just feathery horse girls. That's all they are. They absolutely love. And they said, "Please, we want to let us style him. He's so good. Let us style Cosmo." And you were basically like, "Go away." But the offer's still there. You have their business card if you ever want to leave Cosmo with a bunch of feathery horse girls. And after that, you guys were like, you did actually, Talvar did leave about 20 gold pieces for the troll family, the trolls who were badly injured. As is known, trolls are naturally very good at regeneration, but because fire was involved, their regeneration was stunted to some degree, and so that's why you offered some money to the judge, essentially, to basically give them to look after. And he was like surprised that you were doing it. You don't think he liked you? You don't think like his opinion of you changed? But you got the vibe he wouldn't keep it for himself. So hopefully it went to the right person. But you guys are on your way to the right people, hopefully, as you guys return to House Thrask with, all the members of House Thrask, who basically they're all like, oohing and on, like kind of like celebrating because somebody did a little bit of a romantic, not proposal, but basically declaration to Henrietta in front of her whole family. Let's not forget about that moment that you guys they're talking, that they're like chatting about letting the little green half orc just go a very bright shade of red as you guys are heading back to House Thrask. As you guys are like being driven there as you guys are going past the big cities, going past, there's like cheers, a celebration. People are like in a good mood as like things are happening. Yes, justice was done in a way, and we got popcorn as like things are happening. And you reach House Thrask.
Two things you want from justice,
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Yep.
Really. Yeah, if you're not going to get justice, at least you got popcorn.
True.
Yeah, true. And so you guys are there outside, waiting for you. Is Canto Torno, one of Henrietta's fathers, who's just like nodding at you as you all arrive, and this is nodding at you all as you arrive. So like, well, it looks like that matter was sorted. I believe. Looks like that matter was sorted. Why are all of you giggling back there? Why are you all making these faces? Did one of them do something? And you can see like all the House Thrask members are still like giggling, looking at Henrietta, looking at you, looking at Talvar, looking back, and it's just like.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? And I just like reach over and I just hold Henrietta's hand.
Oh,
And I look around. I don't know what everybody's giggling about.
She's surprised. Like Cantor just like furrows his brow, and is like, "Well, I believe that it's only that you wanted to have a conversation with Otam about your Warforged's condition, if that's all right." And Henrietta says, "And you'll be letting them stay the night to recover from their grueling fight, right, Father?" "Yes, of course, Henrietta. It would be rude of us to do otherwise." And like he does this long take as he just like walks in, and she's just like looking very, very actually very angry at her dad, like more than just like you'd expect from that like encounter. Like she just seems like very angry. You can like feel it in the way she's like holding your hand. It's not like
All right.
yeah, you can, it's a tight grip, but also like there's like frustration in that. Not, but you don't think it's aimed at you.
Good to know.
Nogu looks like, Pewter, do you want all of us to come with you, or is this just like you're meeting a doctor kind of private thing?
I would like your input because I'm not entirely sure what I should do.
I mean, we'll go see Otum. We'll see how like private or thing they want to go.
I'm not sure if this is a bad thing because I mean, Talvar. First of all, and you look like I've obviously taken injuries from this fight. So I'm like, sure, we have all of this to do, but like, there's this little wiring sticking out. And like, first of all, I think I just need some basic maintenance done. But also, I didn't have like visions and influence like Talvar said that they did. So maybe I'm fine. Maybe Warforged are immune to the effects of Khyber crystals.
Insight check. Is he being honest when he says he hasn't had any influence from the Khyber crystals embedded in him?
Sure, you can definitely do an insight check. And Pewter, if you think you are actively lying, you can give a deception check.
No, I think like Pewter hasn't. He definitely hasn't had any visions, and his character has been behaving pretty much as a character like him would behave, if still chaotic, but in line. So
you got 22. Okay, I think
17 plus 5.
Sure. You are thinking like he thinks he's serious. He thinks there's nothing wrong with him. There's no problems. But you do remember there was like new knowledge that just came into his head at one point. He began speaking a completely different language, especially when he's talking to the kobolds. So it's like, and just like how you were receiving like this thing that like thoughts in your head, you're like seeing the strange like person which was extracted from you. And it's like what's happening to him is very different than what's happening to you. There wasn't that much physical change that happened to you compared to what's happening to him. So it is definitely what's happening is different, but there could be some kind of influence, and it's just like even if there isn't, something that needs to be removed, you might just want to like see if Otum's gained any information, because Otum did tell you that they were going to look it up to like see if there was like any more information, because Otum did specify like Warforge is not his specialty. Like he hasn't like looked over Warforge. They're not part of House Canet, so they don't like have instruction manuals or anything on that. So they've been doing some research while you guys have been like lawyering.
Got it. Let's just maybe just talk to your dad, see what he has to say about. Maybe he's found something new. We don't fully understand this yet, Pewter. So
I'm okay with getting more information. That sounds fine.
And as we're walking, I'll like start just cast mending on any chinks in the pop a little bit of the dented metal.
You stuff the exposed wiring back in, a little bit of soldering, just like making little like mostly cosmetic changes, but it's good to do. Madu, are you also following? Is there something else you wanted to do?
No, if the others are going in a Pewter school with me coming along, then I'll follow. I think Cosmo should rest though. So can I search out that person who knew Cosmo from before? Oh God, what was his name? I have it somewhere. Yep, that was the person. So was he a half orc? Was he not?
He looked orcish, so you assume he's a half orc.
If he's around, can I just like go up to him really quickly and say, Cosmo's been a little injured in our lawyering procedures. Would it be okay if we can rest somewhere safely for the time being?
Sure. It looks like Cosmo looks like. Do you want like a ground stable, or would you prefer an aerial one? We do have like some that we like how gargoyle mercenaries sometimes use, which we could like set up for him to like rest in if you prefer, or we can like keep it terrestrial.
I look at Cosmo like, what do you want, buddy?
He's very proudly showing off his wings.
Okay, Ariel, if you could manage that, please.
Oh, right. Let's get back on. All right, then. Hey buddy, I don't know if you remember me. Is it okay if I like get on your back? Okay, yeah, all right. I'll just lead the way. And like he's like trying like Cosmos. You can see like near House Thrask about like about like 50 feet or so away. There's like these large like pillars that just like look very much like a bird's nest. As you just like these long pillars, and like up top there are these like about three, this like small, like not like a house, but like in that kind of like shape with the dome on it, like four like circular points, and you can see like out of like two, you can see like gargoyles are kind of resting, or like there's two holes that seem to be like empty. They look about as big like as a one-person stable you might see like outside an inn, and like he basically just like there are like steps on this thing, so like he's like leading Cosmo up and like walking up the steps. There's like steps, and there's also like this like pulley system. So like he grabs a rope that pulls him up, while Cosmo just like flies up happily, and he like takes him up to the aerial stable.
Wow, cool. I'll just mention to this guy Cantor here that impressive setup over here.
Yes, we try and like we try and like fit in around here to make us seem more welcome among these like around the different species as best we can, and so we try and acclimatize as best we can here. This is quite different from the rest of Corvan. Honestly, I really enjoy it. It's not home, but it's not the rest of the nations either, and I do enjoy it. He like looks at you like Stanley. Have you changed your creature's diet recently? Cosmo's diet.
No, not particularly.
What do they normally eat?
Apples.
Lots of
sometimes.
apples.
Yep.
So they're not carnivorous.
Good question.
He could. He has before, like in the war when we had very little to survive on, but not usually.
I was asking because he has like claws, and like
Yeah, I mean,
sharpness. I was just
yeah.
Interesting. I see. And how long have you been beast heart bonded with him?
Okay, well, yes, I recognize this term now since you've used it before. I have no idea when we were bonded as such. We had a connection since he was a little baby bird creature. And I looked after him throughout his like life until we faced we rode into battle in the war, and then we've been hanging around for years after that. But I will say that our connection kind of deepened a little bit back in your city back there. Grey Wall, was it Grey Wall?
Great crack.
Great Crag is here, right?
You're in Great Crack now. Grey Wall is where you were from.
Every time I keep forgetting. My bad.
Talvar, you
That's
okay?
okay.
Your voice is cracking up. Is this all getting a bit too much for you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
In Grey Wall, I mean, I'd been separated from him for a couple days, and when we reunited, well, it felt a little different. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. In which case, it's just like a few days, couple days, 3 days. Oh,
Interesting.
yes,
I need to check something up. I need to go check something in my lodge. I will come see you. I will come see you later. And he like actually just like turns and just without even saying goodbye, he just like turns and starts going up the tower, as opposed to Otum, who lives at the bottom of the tower.
what was that about?
And he
Alright.
shows like, yeah, Dad's cut like that and very mysterious. It's the whole wannabe druid thing, you know? What was it? Hey, we're not all like that. I mean, my master was like that, and his master was like that, and like most of the druids I met are kind of like, but we're not all like that. You guys don't think I'm like that, right?
No, but give it time.
Should I be like that? Like,
No.
I look down at Nobu and I'm like, you're not gonna be like that, are you?
I can't keep a secret.
This is
Which
true.
has worked out so well for us.
I know.
I hold one hand down so I can hold Nogu's hand because I've missed Nogu both in character and out of character.
Yeah, so you're like holding both of the half walks as you're just like walking down the
Indeed.
steps.
My half orc posse.
Yeah. going down, and like Henya's like happily like walking you guys down. She's like feeling less stressed out. Well, actually, she still feels like she's less stressed out, but you do feel like there's still stress. She glares up at her dad, who's like gone up, and then at Kanto, and then walking.
As we're walking, I'm like, did he do something? Why you seem very upset at him?
I found out from my family while we were like watching the thing that you guys were supposed to have. You guys were supposed to have representation, someone that it didn't have to be such a fight with that thing. You're supposed to have someone arguing in your fence, like to reduce how difficult the fight was, or to at least have some assistance in there. And like I understand you guys didn't want me or Nogu in there, but
Yeah.
he was like it was like he wanted to just like end this as quickly as possible with at least involvement with the House Thrask. And it's just like he just was going to just throw you out there, and it's just not cool.
Well, we made it alive. So
Yeah, you did.
it's gonna be a funny story in a few weeks. Just give it some time.
Few weeks.
Hmm.
If you're still alive, then you
Ah,
Pewter shot from the back.
Stop eavesdropping, Pewter.
I have Okay.
Pewter. Always great way to enhance them. Always great at enhancing the mood. You guys arrived down at Otum's, and like there is the strange mood. There is of course the green mood lighting. It's a dark room, and you can like see on this like plinth, looking at this massive tomb. There's like the hood's up. You can just see you see like Otum's there, and he's just like the light is just this huge dark green spotlight, just like looking down. He looks up at you and he's got these tiny reading glasses on, like, "Oh hi, good to see you." And he like fingers and then lights all around the room. Is like naturally light again, and it's just like much more joyful. It was clearly he was going for this. Is just like when you're like late at night and you're just like reading with one light down, but it's like a spotlight. It's like, you're alive. That is so glad to hear. Wait, you're alive, Ed, right? I'm very bad at picking out if someone's an undead. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Right.
Right. Did you learn anything?
Yes, I did. I did figure out a little bit. Well, I learned how to learn. That was the important thing. I learned how much I can figure out once I get this lovely boy, point to Pewter, onto the operating table.
Oh boy.
Well, Pewter is not sure if he wants the Khyber shards taken out of him.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. This is of course the one. This is just a cursory examination to see what's going on. I'm not promising whether or not I'll be able to remove it. I just want to see what we're working with here. I want to see what's on the internal rather than the external. Is that okay with you, Pewter? Remember, if you don't want to, we can leave. Okay, no, that's lovely.
Yeah, some intel would be useful about my current state.
Me too.
But I would like to vote that if you find like some weird black inky substance with
I have oil running through me.
With Pewter's evil twin face on it, and that looks sentient, we should remove it. That's just my opinion.
I think I agree.
Okay. Warforged have oil in them. Interesting. Got it. She like nods. All right. So
while they're prepping Pewter to get on the table and whatnot, I am going to pull Medu aside, and I'm going to say, "I'm sorry. I really went off my wagon there. I think I'm better now. But what do you think about this whole Pewter thing? Do you think he's been acting different?"
He has. But I don't think the different is all bad. It's just we're not used to it, right?
Yeah.
And he needs a little bit of guidance. But I don't know. I mean, like, okay, it's magic. I don't really understand how this works. And I don't understand what the Khyber crystals do. If we find out that it's like a dangerous thing which will eventually cause his ultimate destruction, then we should probably remove it. But if not, I think he can take a call on it. He seems very happy with whatever it's been doing so far.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if it's him who's happy with it or if it's the influence of the thing that's making him feel like he's happy with it.
So they get you onto the table. and like the table just like rise a little bit. Little bit of like vines just go up, like hold your legs like and like get you like spread like. Okay, don't worry about this. This is just for my safety. Okay, yeah, it says don't worry about any that's gonna happen. I'm not gonna feel a thing.
I
Last
don't know
moment
what
panic.
just-
I'm like, wait, what?
He pulls out like this like ritual looking blade and just like taps it like a scalpel and just like draws like cuts but not onto like just like above your arm like your armor just like
Sure.
and actually just like do you want to remove they removed your robe ahead of time. So I
Sure.
assume your robe doesn't have like buttons. It's like you have to
Yeah,
like, take it
I
off.
would have.
So-
Undone the rope.
yeah. So just like, and just like draws above it. Like as they're like kind of drawing above it, your body just like becomes transparent rather than like
Okay.
removing. Yeah, and like they can basically like almost like not X-ray because they can actually like see what's there.
Right.
And they look at the above, and he looks at it and he's just like saying, I have no idea if this is normal or not. Do you want to come look at this? What, Talvar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So
I'm
normally,
like already hovering over the shoulder just
Sure.
to make sure they don't like accidentally fucking
Hmm?
undo hours of soldering just to
Sure. So as you can tell, like they haven't actually cut into pewter at
Yeah.
all. They just like made an illusion, like sort of like an X-ray illusion. And
Yeah.
so normally when you look in pewter's like core, there's like the internal bits that look like installed muscle. There's like the center energy core that's like in there that connects to all the parts. That goes there's like a single line that just goes up to enable a voice box, and of course like the toaster settings, and just like you can see like imitation rib cage as like armored eye. What you see here is the strange symbol that you made, that strange like dark 6 Khyber crystal. It's kind of like merged and spread out, sort of like almost like that, like it's like gone out and wrapped around the core, and seems to have like merged into like the metal parts, and almost like the metal parts themselves are like sort of becoming crystallized, and so like it's spread and almost like converting some of the area around. It's sort of like glowing in this like strange red light, like beep, so like in tune with how his body, like his lights almost like as a circuit goes through is like beeping as well. But he's like making this beeping sound as that's going along. It's like very soft beeping sound. It seems like whatever spell that is being used is made to enhance the sound within. Like normally you can't hear a heartbeat if you're looking at someone. This is kind of like enhancing that. And so you know what his heartbeat sounds like, and it sounds different. And there's another sound on top of it. And they're just like putting that over.
I have a
And
heartbeat.
Pulse beat.
I have a pulse beat.
Yeah, it's the hydraulics.
Okay. Wow, I run at a very low RPM, but okay.
Yeah, it's because you're so fit.
zen.
It's so zen, so fit. And you can also see like this like change has sort of reached up to his throat, and the original like vocal cord has been like enhanced. It's like glowing with some kind of runes. And he's like, yes. So these, I imagine, these like these runes are probably what allows him to use his fire breath and some kind of other energy breath. I believe it was described. I believe it was mentioned by
we've not
Henrietta.
fully discovered the extent of.
Yes, it does seem to just be a continuous evolution, so to speak. Like there seems to be like more changes going, mostly in the internal section. As far as I can tell, it hasn't like reached the external, like it hasn't reached the epidermis or anything there. I do kind of hope. I do feel that there will be more changes coming. Good news for you, Pewter. I do not think I'd be able to remove this if I wanted to.
That's an interesting way to phrase it. But okay. I look at Talvar. I'm like, so does it look like there's an evil thing crawling up around me?
Does it feel to me from my religious sense?
Yeah, that's what religious
evil.
senses allow you to do. Detect evil.
If you actually was a paladin who could do divine sense, that could like help us out here. Like this wasn't covered in any religion as far as you. Like,
I mean, it's got the dark 6 symbol on it.
well,
That's my
the
biggest
dark
point of
6 symbol
concern.
has kind of like melted away. It's not like
Right.
retained that shape. It's like
Right.
it's like merged and gone like thing. It's like just like spreading out a little bit. It's like can sort of see that it was originally there, but it's not like it retained that shape as far as you can tell.
DM,
Mhm.
Pewter's probably never done this, but he wants to try it. He's like, and see if there's anything in his mind that allows to do a self-diagnose, like a
Ooh.
troubleshoot, and
Mhm,
see
mhm.
how his systems are.
So that would either be for you. That would be either a self-medicine, a self-insight, or a self-perception. You can choose.
Okay, so this character who's high on wisdom should go with insight. I have insight, but you said medicine,
Yeah.
insight, and
Yeah, actually, it wouldn't be medicine. It would be either arcana, insight, or perception.
okay. I'll go with insight because perception and insight are the same. So
Okay.
I'm looking to gain some insight on myself. I'm going to take a moment to meditate and just connect with my own being.
With your
I'm going to be mindful for a moment.
Just running about.
Yeah, as they notice you're starting to like meditate,
Yeah.
they say, "Ooh, let me get this," and like music starts playing, sage music starts going, and it's like, "Let's get you into a Zen state. Everyone, let's put our hands together, reach in." And so, even though this is horrifying, you get advantage on this.
Right.
Like,
even though it's horrifying, you get
Yes.
advantage. Oh, I love it.
Oh, okay. So the first roll was a 16 plus 2, which would have been an 18. Pretty decent.
Nice. Very
With
nice.
advantage, I got a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just like,
If I might describe what Pewter tries to do, and then you can tell me what he gains from it. But basically, Pewter kind of takes a moment, and first he does a memory check and does a reflection on everything that has been happening, from waking up and seeing that the farm that they were living on is being threatened in Shan, to then getting to the races and flying off like rooftops, to meeting Nogu, and like realizing that there's a greater threat to the world, and that he might not have been evil in this army, but he probably definitely did harm people. Kind of just going through all of these things, to then arriving in Drome and seeing even more disruptions because Medu decided, not decided, but Medu was forced to disconnect from Cosmo for a bit, and that kind of brought up Pewter's sense of abandonment, and then Talvar kind of suddenly being far more attached to every other person that Talvar came across. Then, and even Nogu, who was supposed to be Pewter's friend in a moment, and suddenly like Pewter's just been analyzing all of this as like, oh, what if I'll end up alone again, abandoned in the somewhere by the war, and in that case has been trying to like very aggressively kind of correct course and be like, no, you can't do this. And he kind of just realizes that that's kind of the path he's been going on. And all of this kind of brings him to the moment where he thinks about Talvar giving him a hug, and them like saying, we'll talk. And he's like, yeah, we should talk. That's, I think, right before they went into battle. And just how, like, he has no, I imagine he didn't really gain any insight on his physical functions, except that he sensed how much his mental, or whatever you could call a automaton's mental state, has gone like haywire, especially because I did insight and not an intelligence check. I would say a lot of it has been just about recognizing his very fight or flight state of mind that's been there active from the get-go, which is why he's also like decided to attach himself to the drag stands and just like flame on a lot of like these gung-ho things. And he's not entirely sure now where he stands on all of this. That fear, he's just realized that this fear has been driving him. I would say that's kind of where he's honing in on.
Yeah. With this insight into yourself, you realize that you are, what you're dealing with right now, this idea of being somewhat directionless, is a phenomenon that's very common to many Warforged post-war. Many of them don't know what to do with themselves with that kind of freedom. Many of them don't have that kind of direction. They cling on to people to like try and find someone to guide them. In fact, during when the initial announcement that Warforged were free, many of them stopped what they were doing and just stood in a field for like a few days until they realized they genuinely didn't know what to do. That's how many of them do end up in these situations. Some would call them somewhat over, codependent or like singularly dependent relationships with people, and that's how sometimes they are born to servitude. Other time they just become very, and you feel like that's made you a little bit very clingy with other people, as you like realize your purpose so hasn't really been like, I'm doing something because I have a purpose, I know what I want. You have discovered that I just want these people to not leave me alone. That's like the idea that you're kind of getting, you kind of do, and this like gives you a thought like, what do I want to do? What is this kind of like direction and purpose? And I guess you're doing this internally, like these like strange sounds, these strange like little like symbols, the strange language that's coming into your mind, these new abilities. You get the distinct impression like this just feeling, this like new feeling within you, because you know this is how you understand. I feel like all of these new abilities, they are coming with a purpose. There is a distinct purpose that these things are for, that they want to establish. But you, of course, can decide whether you want to hear what that purpose is and listen in a bit deeper, or just say like, I will pick my purpose. I don't need to know what exactly you want to do. Like I will just, yeah. So I'm not saying like you have to like, if you hear it, you immediately would do what they want to do. But you can also choose like, I don't need to hear what you want to say. But you do know that you can try and listen in to hear what that purpose might be, or gain a little bit of a clue of what purpose these changes want to do for you or want you to accomplish.
Shifting from that fear to kind of going, oh, there is possibly a new purpose to kind of orient myself, and maybe if I have been given that purpose, I won't have to worry about not having people around me. Maybe I will definitely give ear to what they have to say, but I'm keeping in mind at this point, because Pewter's had some time to lay down new rules, thanks to Talvar and Medu giving him certain rules to work with, which is like, don't attack unless attacked, defend yourself, and then don't be an asshole. Pewter will try to keep these in mind when he listens to what his new purpose might be, especially because he's heard talk, or not necessarily from Talvar, but from around, of how sometimes purpose comes from above. So he's like, oh, maybe this is like a greater purpose, and maybe I can take something from it.
Cool. All right. So, yeah. So as you're like thinking, like, I want to hear this purpose. I want to like hear this purpose. The sound that was like coming internally, like it gets louder. It gets loud enough that it can be heard even without like the enhancement effect.
Sure.
And you can all like hear this sound, this kind of like beating sound, like ding, ding, ding. And I'm going I'm going to need perception checks from everyone, but Shubham gets it. Not Shubham. Pewter gets it with advantage.
Oh, sorry. What am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception. Thank you. Okay, that's with advantage. Good, because I definitely needed that. That's an 18.
I rolled a 2 plus. Makes it an 7.
So
But my
7,
passive perception is 15 if that counts for anything.
This is active. So 7. And what did Talvar get? Not Talvar. What did Medu get?
19.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're just a little bit like it's happening. It's happening very quickly, so you're not quite able to get it. But all of you know that this is Morse code. 18. You know that there are like this Morse code is like coming in, and it's definitely like there's like some repeating letters that's happening here. Like there's something that's happening. Like you realize this is like Morse code. Like it's happening very fast, but this is like Morse code that you would have used in the military. Like it's almost like using your knowledge of Morse code to try and communicate something, like beep 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 beep.
Right.
And so so with an 18, Pewter, you know that there is 2 like of these things are repeating. You don't quite know exactly where they are, but you know like 2 of the letters are repeating. And yes, with a 19, I'm gonna let Medu. You know that this is a 6-letter word.
We are playing Wordle today? God
Yes,
damn it!
Oh my god!
Okay.
What?
We need to ban Chirag from the internet, because he sees these trends and suddenly they appear in our D&D game and wreak havoc on our lives. God damn it!
6-letter word, guys.
And we know 2 letters are
That's
repeating.
one more than Wordle, but it's
It's
fine.
a 6-letter word, and two of the letters are as in there are 2 pairs.
And wait, 1 sec. Where is this Morse code tapping coming from?
His chest.
Inside him?
Yeah.
Does it say
The-
Dragon? Nope.
Do you
No,
want,
because-
is that what you're guessing?
No, because
You
it's two letters are repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? You can guess wrong the first time. It's fine.
You can't guess wrong the first
Oh
time.
Yeah,
god.
the first time you just gotta get all the vowels in and just
Yeah,
make
yeah.
sure you're covering your bases. Just get around the keyboard. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
Does somebody draw my attention to this? Because I
I
apparently haven't
I'll say
plugged it at all.
I'll say this to Talvar. I'll be like, I was running a self-diagnosis, and there's a lot for us to unpack between you and me. But there is the sound coming from within. It seems to be a code that we used in the military. It's
Alright.
repeating. There's a word that's being said.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna try to listen. And now can I try to
You can make a guess.
Oh my god, there's just how do we
We're playing words.
Alright, fuck it. What just
Hold
play
on.
it out for us. What do the beats sound like? Dot dot dash dash tell us.
Yeah. It's like the Morse. I'm not gonna say the Morse code because you might actually know Morse code. And
Yeah.
it's not the same Morse code we would use in our world. It's a different
Of
one. Anyway.
course it's
So
not.
I just explained the basic rules. You know that two letters are repeating, and it is a
Uh-huh.
Alright.
six-letter word.
Not
It's
ca-
obviously Pogger, like 8-bit says in chat.
Do you want to put Des Pogger?
no.
No.
God damn it! Don't get me killed, guys.
I
Dragon.
wanted to try dragon.
Do you want to try dragon? You can try
Try
dragon.
dragon. Sure.
It's
Alright.
it's repeat okay.
Yeah. It's fine.
But
Try
But
dragon.
what do you mean try dragon? Like are we entering this code some
Yeah.
What's
you
the
feel
feedback
you feel
loop here?
you feel like if you get it as you get it Pewter, you as the words align,
Like
they, make sense in your head.
the when you lock picking and you hear the individual
Yeah.
thing pins fall into place.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 It's sort of like it's sending out that code and kind of wants to hear it back.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Like magic word.
So you're trying to match notes. That's what you're trying to do, but by actually saying it.
Yeah.
This is the time where Shubham made us guess the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh, it was such a beautiful session.
Finally
Brilliant.
stumped me. I would guess all his puzzles and all his
Focus.
little
We focus.
all right. So are you guessing dragon?
Yeah.
Dragon.
Okay.
Dragon.
You put in. You say that.
Yeah.
And
Pewter takes 10 points of damage.
Oh,
No one's healed me. No one's healed me, and I'm on 19
Hold
health.
on, does he actually take?
no, but you feel there's limited number of attempts.
Okay.
It's beating very quickly, and you can't keep it up for very long.
Alright,
So
alright.
the first A is in the correct spot. Every other letter does not exist.
Okay. Fuck me, they were doing this, huh?
Okay, I have it. So, Dragon, sorry, what did you say? Anything about the letters that?
The
The
first
third
A,
letter is
the third letter is A. That is in the correct spot.
Okay, cool, got it.
That is the only thing you got from that.
Fuck.
okay. Now
this-
let's do.
if we had
let's
if we had an
actually use
organic,
Wordle.
if we had an organic screen, I would be like, okay, let's create a.
Okay.
thing.
What about salad?
Salad.
Salad is 5 letters. This
I'm
is a 6 letter
joking.
word.
I'm joking.
You could.
Relax.
People.
What is that?
No, I'm just got it.
Yeah, oh,
written
you're got
like,
it. Got
check the thing.
Okay.
it. Okay. A. What word has A in it, guys?
Wow.
You're asking chat for help.
No.
Come on.
Talvar's praying to her gods.
I'm like,
But okay. Okay. Question: what theme are we looking at, like thematically?
yeah, come on. You gotta give us more than.
Good.
There are words that would exist in Eberron.
Oh man, you're really not helping. Okay.
Shard. No.
No, I mean, basically, I'm not going to do something like, oh, this is I'm not going to show mobiles because mobile
Sure,
phones don't exist.
Sure.
Totally.
Not warrior, not monk, not. Wait, what's the?
Listen, there's a good chance that the repeating letters are both A. Okay, so think of
Yeah.
dash dash A dash A dash.
What's my class? I forgot.
House.
Wow.
Monk.
Totally different.
No, my
thing.
subclass. My subclass.
I'm just ascended dragon monk.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not that.
I think ascended is my too long.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so this is gonna be the next hour, guys, as we try to wordle this shit
Oh
up.
my god. Yeah, help us out.
All right,
Broken.
I will let each of you. I will let you each of you have a guess before the next thing
I
happens.
don't need
Okay.
R anymore.
How about
Or-
this? How about we set A aside for now? Just get some letters in there.
12.
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
that's too easy.
that's your guess?
Let's not get repeating letters.
Yeah.
That is not our guess, Chirag.
Okay.
Okay.
I like broken.
How does that
But
have
we
anything?
already have taken out R and N. We don't need any of that.
Oh, that is true. We've taken out R and N.
D
We've taken out
R
DR.
A G O N.
Yeah, we've taken out
Yeah.
DR, A, G, and N.
DRGO and N.
Try a
do not
PQ,
exist.
PQST thing. Starry.
Do we know the name of the Dark Six? Any of the? Oh. wait,
Yeah, you can look up the
Onatar.
name of the Dark Six.
Onatar?
Onatar.
How many letters
Right.
is that?
Right.
Oh,
Oh no, but R is already removed. But
Oh.
any and N is also.
yeah.
Don't need that. Star.
So you don't want to guess. You want to guess
Oh, but
story?
R is removed, but we can find out STY at least, and maybe if I don't know.
Pewter, you gotta give us more to work with here. Is there any name from your history that stands out?
The mourning.
Think.
The war, the Great War.
Who is-
Nogu. Is there anything from my past that would have something to do with? Hey, DM.
I didn't know. I didn't know you that long.
We went to war together, my friend.
Maybe Steven?
That doesn't even have A in it.
Why would
Okay,
you
I'm
say
sorry.
Steven though? Who the hell
That's
is
the only-
Steven?
Yeah, who the hell is Steven?
It was.
Do I know Steven? Was there a Steven in my life?
Yeah, he was one of your. He was one of your friends. Indrani, just give me an intelligence check.
That is a 16 minus 1. 15.
The name sounds familiar, but you met a lot of Stevens. But it definitely sounds familiar. There was someone you knew named Steven. Was someone you know
Someone we've met
knew named
recently?
Steven. No, you have someone you met before, but this was like you were both kind of recruit. You both were recruited into House Dennett.
House. What if it's the house that I was Kenneth? What if it's the house? I know the A is off, but
Canaan?
yeah, but the letters also don't line up. It's too many letters.
But we can at least eliminate a few letters. Let's
Yeah.
try something.
Canaan is 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know the name of
Steven.
the main creator for House Kenneth who usually created the Warforged?
His name would be Merrick's.
Merrick's. Okay, so that's not it.
You could also check. Let's see. Merrick's the Canet is an option. He is the current head. However, he is considered like the head, like the creative Warforged. But give me a history check.
History check. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me check my history score. It's 11 plus 2, 13.
Yeah, he did have a son who kind of like advanced the creation of Warforged, but you don't know his name. What did you get? You got 13?
Yeah.
12.
Sorry. No, 13.
Yeah.
13.
No, actually, you got 13?
Yeah.
13, you'd know his name. His name is
Oh my god.
Aaron. Aren. With 5 letters.
A-R.
It can't
Okay.
be that.
Yeah.
Why not? Give it a
I
shot.
was thinking
Yeah.
Asameta. Theodosa? That's 7 letters. Asameta, right? ASAMETA. That won't work. Or is it Asmeta?
And
That's it. Yeah. Why don't you remind people where Asamita's from?
I am gonna.
Yes.
Okay.
Asameta Theodosa, known as the Conciliator. He experimented on people, giving them strange abilities and releasing them into the wild.
Smith. Okay. It depends on how you spell it, but
ASAMETA.
then we are
That's
off. Yeah, that's 7 letters. Unless the DM got the count wrong.
No, that's not. It is 7.
Yeah, man.
It is 7 letters.
Let's try a few other words. How
It
about
is-
Yeah, let's
Talvar?
just try.
Okay. What are we trying though?
So you want to try salad?
Oh
No,
god, don't
Talvar.
you guys are gonna get me killed. Okay, let's try. Dragon is how many letters? Oh, but we already tried dragon.
6. You
Uh,
did try dragon.
That was the first thing we tried.
Pewter's a
Let's
blank
try-
slate. He doesn't have much to go on.
Let's try Talvar. 6 letters.
sure. Talvar, let's go.
We'll
Yeah.
at least find out if the
Okay.
second A is in the right place or not.
Okay. What's it called? Out of those information, the T is in the correct place.
Oh,
The second A is in the right place.
Wow.
Everything else is wrong.
so T dash A
Dash
dash A
A
dash.
dash.
Okay.
Fuck is
Thrask? No.
Thor-
Thanks.
oh,
What if it's thanks? Nope. There's an A in it.
Oh my god, my brain is full of Destiny too much right now. I feel if this is some massive fucking troll, Chirag, I swear to God.
It's taco.
Not a troll. No,
It's
that's
taco.
That's 5 letters. That's 5 letters.
No, we're joking.
I
All right,
fear the day that appears up in a Wordle. I'm scared of that.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
And is there anything else besides an H which would work with T dash A?
Tra, tar.
Nope.
I need a keyboard in front of me at this point.
No,
What's it
nothing
called?
else. Here is THA.
Pewter, give me an intelligence check.
Sure, DM.
Oh my god.
That's terrible. I have 6 minus something because my intelligence is low. It's minus. Oh, it's 0, so
Okay.
6. Yeah.
Okay. No. Nothing like immediately sticks out to you about what's happened.
I have no fucking clue about Eberron.
I mean, if you give me a
Wait,
few minutes,
let me
I'll
check
get
if
it.
something in
Just be
my.
fair.
Yeah.
There's one rule of Eberron that you guys should know, like from an out of character perspective.
Sure.
Mhm.
Anything in D&D has a place in Eberron.
Right.
It just not might be the place you expect it.
Okay.
Shadowfell.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
heavens.
What is there's a plane where automatons.
Taldore, sorry.
That's Mechanus,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is something like Mechanus. Yeah, Mechanus.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wordle in D&D. Revolutionary.
I've seen
This
everything now.
is so
I've
freaking
seen
funny.
everything. It's so fucking funny.
All right.
I haven't made any guesses so far.
Alright.
I'm gonna.
Okay, we have some letters. Why don't we get some new letters into play? Right
We have
now?
Okay.
which is.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
let's.
a THA. Or it's another vowel there.
You
T-I-
have T blank A blank A blank.
Tal.
What?
Tiamat.
What's that?
Tiamat.
Oh, what?
And it has.
Oh shit! Yes, that's actually Tiamat actually lines up perfectly.
And didn't he
Put it.
2 pairs of repeating letters?
A is a letter. Oh,
2 pairs
yeah,
of repeating
yeah.
letters.
T would be the Tiamat. Let's try Tiamat.
Let's try Tiamat. Oh my god, and she's a dragon.
That's why it adds up so well.
We'll guess Tiamat. Do we know? Hold on. Do we know of an entity named
We
Tiamat?
would know 'cause,
Your poker face sucks, Chirag.
Give me a religion check to see if you know about Tiamat.
Sure.
I would imagine it's part of the world lore because didn't the creator dragons create?
Hold on, let me roll. I rolled a natural 20. So
Wow.
Nice. Tiamat is known as the daughter of Khyber. As is known, the dragon myths, Cerberus, Eberron, and Khyber, they came to create this world, and then Khyber was bound beneath. Khyber's many children that became the overlords. One of them, which is considered a true daughter, is known as Tiamat. And also basically every time a dragon does bad things, it's attributed to Tiamat. who is a very powerful trapped overlord. Do you want to guess Tiamat?
Yes.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh God.
All 6 are in the exact right spot, and it just like calms down. And it just like calms down immediately.
Maybe you're a fucking genius.
Should I be concerned?
We need to get this out of you. This is not good.
Wait a minute. I'm not great at magic, so
Yeah.
please explain to me.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
does this mean? Does this mean that the essence of Tiamat is inside Pewter?
He was born of
Khyber.
Khyber.
He's going to be the next Tiamat.
No, I think that's
No, he's
Tiamat's
my
trapped
God.
away somewhere, isn't she?
Khyber, yes. Odin like speaks of this like fascinating, and it looks like they were also doing like a puzzle on their hand.
This
that they're
doesn't
doing.
leave this fucking room, right?
Of course, yeah. Patient doctor, non-doctor confidentiality. I respect that. No worries. Don't worry. A lot of the stuff that happens in this room, I don't like leaving, but don't worry. Yes, Tiamat is, from my knowledge, yes, one of the overlords. Just bound deep below. So they haven't gone out like years. Yeah, they were bound a long time ago. But they do sometimes like have some. That does actually make sense. Sometimes they do express themselves out. They try and like get their influences out, and so it makes sense sometimes that Khyber crystals, which are very good at like trapping and snaring different kinds of like spirits, might pick up a little bit of like Tiamat energy. Is it
But
talking to you? Is it telling you to do anything, Pewter?
Is it? Can
Now that you've like identified,
Yeah.
Oh my
you just like kind of get like the image. You just kind of like get it, and you just get like this command, which is basically just like says like get stronger.
Huh. It's asking me to seek strength.
To
It
what
does feel-
end?
It feels like this is part 1 of something. Like there's like a await further instructions. But yeah, that is like the first bit.
Consume.
Oh gosh. Here's the thing. This sounds so exciting. I want to go down this one.
Do it.
Convince us in character.
Totally lie.
Pewter's like, I mean, it's only saying strength so far, but but if Tiamat's a bad person.
Not a person. A dragon with like 5 heads.
I mean, I only have 1 head, so maybe we worry if I pop another head.
That would be a cause to worry.
Nogu's like looking under his neck just to make sure there's no secret head like hidden in his chest. Like, I don't see any extra heads.
Reassuring.
I mean, also because considering what we are trying to stop, we might need the strength. Otherwise, I'm fairly limited in what I can do.
I mean, listen, how about this? How about I'll just keep a close eye on you, and you just need to communicate with us. If you're don't do what I did. Talk to us, all right? Just tell us.
All right, as long as because Pewter's like, I will do this if you also do this, and you too, Medu. You all need to. I feel like if you're asking me, if you're asking me to communicate freely, I need to know that you guys will as well, because all the way here there have been things happening, and then we discover afterwards, as you all have been juggling something. And maybe this is an organics thing, and now I'm getting infected as well. But it seems like a character flaw, is all I'm saying. We need to fix this design flaw in our system.
Odin like looks at Henrietta, who's like looking like a little startled a bit, because he's like, Henrietta, please make sure Kanto is like busy doing something else. I got to have a conversation, and if he finds out about this while this is all going on, well, you know what your father's like. I was like, yeah, Papa. I'm gonna make sure he's far away from this. Don't worry. I'll be right back. Pewter, this is, we still care about you, Pewter. Don't worry. You can see like Henrietta does not.
Okay, I'm not sure I care about you, but okay, bye.
Yeah. She.
Henrietta's gonna go and snitch.
So I mean, like go like Odin just like me like leans forward, hands on the table, just like me like Anyway, he's like a bit more playful. Now he's like very serious. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. So, the presence of an overlord within you, or at least like the taste of their power, it doesn't necessarily mean anything really bad's going to happen in your immediate or even in your lifetime. The overlords do operate in long plans. They have long plans, long plays, and in many cases they can be very helpful as they have like a long game ahead of them. So just because Tiamat's kind of like appearing in your thing, which is incredible, I have to acknowledge, it's very incredible to see like Tiamat out of any of the overlords just popping up. Even just because it's there doesn't mean that it's necessarily a bad thing. And getting stronger would help you guys out. I do happen to know people who, and again, nothing leaves this room, right?
Nothing leaves this room.
Not a doctor, patient confidentiality.
Excellent, perfect. So don't let Henrietta know about this. So I'm part of the Dresden clan, but we have very strong connections with one of the more powerful clans in House Thrask, known as the Ashata, and they are very understanding about using the powers of the ones below the overlord for constructive methods. Understanding that power and like using it to help. We don't necessarily need to fear other powers as long as we're using it for the right thing, right? Right? We get that. Yeah. So if you are looking for someone who could, who knows a bit more about what you're doing and wouldn't kill you on sight if they figured out what you're up to, like, Silver Flame or my ex, for example, you might want to pop on down if you're ever by the Shadow Marches, meet some of my, some of the extended family down in down the Shadow Marches, some of the Ashata. I know there's some great people there who could help you like understand your powers, maybe unlock a bit more, maybe figure out how it works, and how to be safe. That's the thing. When you're dealing with demon magic, it's very important to be safe. Reach for the stars, but be considerate about the people down below. That's how I always say it.
Does he sound like he speaks from experience?
Insight check.
Wait, you mean
19 plus 5, 24.
The guy has a cultist room.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
He's literally everything about this screams cultist. But also like, rational cultist. Not like he doesn't seem like someone who's lost their mind or was like a crazy bit. It feels like he just like understands this kind of thing. And also he's very like his behavior when like Henrietta like is very like open, very childlike thing. But he does have a serious side to him that he's like when it's like thing, and he is taking this very seriously as he's like kind of speaking. And he does feel like he knows, like he speaks like about he knows, he understands the overload, but you also don't just like fear. It's like it's not necessarily it's healthy respect, but also like maybe he feels like he admires Pewter a little bit. You don't know whether it's that because Pewter has it or because Pewter survived it. That's like the vibe you're kind of getting. Like wow, you have this in you. That's really good. That's like a really, that's the thing. He's not afraid of Pewter. That's like the thing. But he's a little bit like, go on,
Right.
Yeah, he thinks like I think there's like a lot of power you could like if you find out and figure out how it works. And be safe. That's the important thing. Like be safe about this kind of thing. But why look a gift horse in the mouth?
he's a pragmatic cultist?
That's how you survive. Realize which demon you're summoning is a bit too much to handle, and don't drink the Kool-Aid because it tastes terrible.
You have experience. Sorry, go on.
No, speaking of which, demon magic? I thought this was dragon magic. I'm very confused.
Tiamat is a demonic dragon.
Well, that explains some things and not very reassuring after all.
I mean,
What if this is calling to her? What if this is like that play that came on in Sharn where that one ring, it's just calling to its master, and now that one ring is stuck inside Pewter's body, and it's just.
Didn't you make this?
Not entirely.
Well, no, it's melted away. What I made melted away.
Well, it might attract attention. It's not super obvious, although if he goes through more changes, then it might be a bit more of a concern. If you are, like House Ashata, like the Ashata clan would have more knowledge about this kind of information. It could very well help you unlock these abilities and change a bit more. I would not be able to help you even if I was. I would not be able to help you, for example, remove, as I do not have knowledge about Warforged or their construction and that kind of information. And you yourself also know that there's no way you rebuilt Pewter, but like the pieces were there, like the main central core, which is both battery and mind, and then some people consider his soul, that was basically intact. Like this has basically like gotten all around, and it looks like maybe a bit inside it. So you'd have to make a new one. You'd need like very specialized thing. You need like maybe a creation forge. So you yourself know that you would need a lot of help to kind of like break that thing out. And like Ultim's just like, yeah. So like maybe, but you guys are already kind of like playing with powers a little bit outside your control. Don't think I didn't notice and like pointing straight at Medu. It's like, don't think I didn't notice that you and your handsome steed have been bonded by Dalkia magic.
I beg your pardon. What?
Like you can see like little thing. You can see like Noga's like, hey, well, I mean, technically it is using the power of Dalkia, but it's for good. We have druids sanctified, and I think yes, you've sanctified, you've used protection, you've done it right, you've done a thing, but there is a Dalkia energy has been used to like change them.
What the hell is Dalkia energy?
Dalkia. It is the Dalkia, these like powerful creatures that come from other realms that try and like try to warp reality when they were here. You guys know that Ashata is one of the Dalkia. And like these like runes are kind of like little bits of her power. The talismans.
My god works in a forge. So if anybody has any fantastical connections to fantastical beings that want to put them out into the world right now is a good time.
Nope, this seems to be the only one, and currently it's asking me to get stronger. And I'm not entirely. I mean, we should definitely go speak to the Ashata, the Shadow Marchers, see if there's something to be concerned about. But
right,
we do have other problems.
Here for,
which
and
is?
Then I look down at Nogu, and then I look back at Pewter.
Like, oh right, yes, the world saving matter. Let's get on with
that.
Ooh, actually, while my daughter's not here, I'm not. Don't tell Kanto I told you this, but you know who we had I was the one who was responsible for getting the bounty order to my daughter to like get those like lovely Minotaur skulls. And I said I wasn't allowed to like tell people, outside the family about this kind of like who placed the order and all that. But you, my lovely dear Pointer, I basically consider you family. You're just like make my girl so happy. So I'm just going to break protocol. Don't tell anyone. Sure. So there's a group of Minotaurs have kind of formed their own specialized mining company. Very hardworking, very thing. We don't like them because they're kind of like, finding dragon shards is sort of like what we do, but they seem to be they're like big on quantity rather than like quality. They're just like diving straight down into the crag themselves, and we're finding it difficult to keep up with the project. In fact, they even poached some of our workers, and we try and pay them more, but they're basically not doing it. Well, their new leader, their strangely short Minotaur fellow that kind of works with them, Trimator, he placed an order for us to retrieve some missing Minotaur that have kind of gone away, and it was a very unusual order. It was, dead, alive, or otherwise. So we noticed that, and yeah, I can give you that address if you wanted to, if that is kind of related to what you were looking for. That could help you out.
Absolutely.
We'd be interested in pursuing that at least.
What are these guys called again?
The company or the person who did this?
Both.
Oh, okay. The person who placed the order, their new leader, who seems to have like popped up last couple of years, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. I don't really keep up with that. His name is Trimator.
Trimator.
Yeah, and his company is called Mace's Minings. Mace Minings.
Mace Minings. All right, we'll go check them out. They seem to be aware that you might find the Minotaurs undead, since it said and or otherwise. So.
Otherwise, yeah. And we sent them over. Like, well, we are going to send them over in a little bit.
Maybe we can be your delivery people.
you are so giving. You're so like considerate. Thank you very much. I have them already prepared. And like just like moves her hand and is already like these like heads have kind of been like put in these little cages just like that. Or like the vines that they summon just like brings it over. It's like, oh, that's so good of you. So good of that. Yeah, just like put it in this like little boxes and just like plucked it together. And as they do so, door like kind of like slams over, like goes over, opens, and Kanto just like strides in. And you can see that Odom immediately like does a spell to like untransparent your skin, so like it's like covered up. And like Kanto's like, Henrietta just came up and tried to distract me from something, so I immediately came down here to figure out what was going on. And they're like, hey, no, she just wants to spend time with her father. You know, like that. What are you hiding from me?
We should get going. We have a bunch of tasks to do, and it seems that everything else is taken care of.
We will be going on our way to save the world. It was
Yeah.
really nice seeing you.
Wait.
Immediate-
As you guys are going past, he like, puts a weight, and then like looks at all of you, scanning all of you. You, and like points at Medu.
What? I mean, sorry. What? So,
We had some. I examined your creature, your cerulean chimera, as I believe it was called in the legal proceedings. It does seem to have some unusual qualities, but I found that it would still work with one of these items. And he passes you a little sphere, which seems to be carved with these druidic symbols, and I pass it for you. Yes, if you press, this is called a this is called a companion sphere. With many of our beast hearts back would use it. This is one that was owned by my father. And if you like put it with something you're bonded with, it allows, if they have the ability to shrink, it allows them to be placed into there. So for easier transport. I understand having a large creature is hard to have around sometimes.
Can you just put bonded creatures in it?
Yes.
is it
No.
by chance red on top half, white on the bottom half?
Yes. It looks very much like it was made out of apricorns.
Yes.
Why did you turn Cosmo into a fucking Pokemon?
Yes.
can't believe-
Whatever.
Oh my
That's
god.
all I ever wanted in life.
Did you guys plan this?
I warned
T-shirt?
I warned Alika ahead of time, like, I'm going to give you something that's you're either going to love or hate.
In what world was Alika not going to like being able to play Pokemon in D&D?
Yeah.
Yes,
I choose you, Cosmo.
If at some point Alika doesn't do the full baseball style spin throw of
Yeah.
the
Yes. The question of like, how do I bring my large creature into like a private dining establishment or something somewhere very small? This is how. Don't look at me. It was in the Beast Heart book. Literally in there. They wanted us to use it.
Amazing.
All right. So with that,
but I would say, this is a very generous gift. Thank you so much. Are you sure you're willing to part with this?
it did belong to my father, but he has long passed, and I was never able to bond with creatures that way. And I do believe that it is in good hands. And I may seem a bit brusque in that way with all of you. Look specifically at Talvar, but I do think that you are, especially you are with with a young gatekeeper, that you are competent and would not do anything untoward. And I feel that I can trust you all with power like this, especially, and it would be better that way, I think.
Medu is the best of us. You're right. She take good care of it.
Yeah. Noga's like, I'd like to think we're all equally best. Noga's been like quiet this whole time. We were like shocked, and he's just like, you could look in his eyes. I was like, I'm gonna pretend the last cold conversation did not happen while we were inside. Like, yes, we're all the best of us, you know. We're all great. We're all
All
great.
right, Nogu, come
So
on.
great.
Give
We're
me your
all-
hand.
We can be trusted with power. Okay.
Yeah. You need to get going, sir.
Yeah, I'll take the thing and I'll bow deeply and I'll say, thank you so much. This will probably come in a lot of use. And Cosmo and I both thank you. If there's anything we can ever do for you, if you can get into contact with me, please do. I will try my best to help you out.
Like he like nods and just like. That's
How
it.
does our sending stone work? Sorry.
The sending stone? You can, you can basically, it's just like you think of a person, and if they're on this plane, you can like send a message to them, and then they can respond back if they want to.
Once a day, right?
Once a day.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that is essentially that is how it works, basically. So he's like, but if you try and like send to another plane, there's a chance of failure.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Good. So he like nods.
Do you guys want to try contacting Tiamat and ask her what she wants?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
We have a sending stone. Why don't we just?
Are you saying that aloud in front of Kanto?
No, I'm telling this to. Yeah, obviously in game. I was
gonna say. So I
was just
my
saying
God.
this is a strategy we could try.
I don't think it's how sending stones at work, but sure. Maybe it'll get us a
Never
better
know.
signal than the Morse
I
code.
just got a very shocked what out of Chirag, and that is just the highlight of my TTR.
Mostly because Chirag's like, wait, did you just say this in front of the one person I was setting up? You don't talk about this in front of? Like,
we don't talk about Tiamat.
7-foot frame, but
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very small Tiamat.
5 long heads,
Yeah.
scales along her back. When
See?
she calls
What's
your name.
name?
You
You all
run
turn
and
to
don't
Ash.
look back.
No, you all turn
Yeah.
to Ash.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Stay tuned for the upcoming full music video, the full cover.
Follow us on
We
Spotify.
don't talk about Tiamat.
Yeah. We don't
Yeah.
talk about TT.
Good. So, with that, like Hessa, well, I'm going to Autumn, I'm not done talking to you, and he like goes over and he's like speaking. I think, baby, honey, don't worry about it. I'm not falling for that again. And ignoring the fact that you're like taking these like 3 covered boxes out of here filled with
We're
miniature
just
gold.
making our way out. We don't
Yeah.
wait for this to unfold.
Yeah.
Make my way out.
Good.
Making my way.
So you guys,
Heck of a-
so Kenyatta looks at you guys, missing like the conversation. So, what are you guys going to do about the whole thing? So I couldn't keep my dad away.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna wait it out, see how it goes.
Yeah, it should be good. It
It's
should
not
be
like
good.
we can take it out of him because that would kill him, and we don't have the parts to replace what would need to be replaced. So
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to? You want me to like take you up to like a guest room or like guest quarters for you guys to like stay in, or did you guys want to like stay in like a tavern or inn somewhere? Maybe not the tavern you guys burnt down, but
maybe not that one. We were going to go make a delivery to Trimitor from Mace Minings.
that's the one. Oh, how'd you find that out?
Lucky
Okay.
guess.
Okay, sure. You guys want to? Sure, you can go. I thought you guys would want to rest after that whole, your time in court.
Probably should, because I don't know how good we're all going to be feeling. And if we get into a scuffle there, that's going to be a problem.
I have dried out most of my resources, so perhaps it is a good idea to rest before we go on any missions.
Let's take a rest. If you have guest houses or something we could stay in right now, that would be great.
Sure.
And then we'll go out.
You can tell that Talvar is trying to just rush to the next thing so that she doesn't have to have this
Oh boy.
built up conversation. He's like, okay, yeah, fine, let's rest.
Okay, sure. Picture you guys like guest house, which are like higher up in the tower. There's like different like sort of like barracks and things which are sort of like set up for like mercenary work and those kind of guys. And but like takes you to a higher one, and you're like, oh, this like it looks higher, it's like it's a bit smaller. And then you realize why she's taking up to the high tower, because the window opens up and you can see Pewter basically in one of those like aerial stables. Just like he's right over there.
You mean Cosmo?
Yeah, like, I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
see
wait, I
Pewter has
moved.
been teleported.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was like,
you
what
see
am I doing at a
you see
stable?
Cosmo, you see Cosmo and Money. Yes, you found Pewter's evil twin. He flies. No,
We knew it.
no, it's Cosmo. You see Cosmo's like over there, just like in the stables, just like eating apples. And just like going, like has a little bucket of apples, sees you and just like, and it's like, there's like a, not like a wave, but like a nodding of its head to like signify a wave and just like going to like. I think I thought you guys would want to be like close to each other, and you are actually close enough for your beast heart communication if you wanted to.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just mentally can I mentally tell him? I don't know how this class
I
works.
think you do. I think you can. But you can also open a window and shout at him.
I'll open a window and shout at him.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cosmo! I got something cool to show you later once you're done eating.
I'm gonna stuff you into a tiny acorn.
Yeah. That's where you're going to live the rest of your life, most.
Give me a perception check, Amedu.
Oh gosh. Okay. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good. What is that? Hang on. Is this mine? Yes, it's mine. 24.
His hair looks extremely well brushed. That definitely doesn't look like he was at the when he was in the arena and fighting. That this is like proper brushing down. Looks like the flowers put in, and you can literally with 24 you can see like feathers that are not his are in the stable. Like something was there recently and brushed it down.
He's been attacked by fangirls. They have found him. Oh no.
Yeah.
Can I tell if they're roughly like happy-sized feathers?
They are.
Oh
Oh
boy.
my god.
He's a celebrity here. We can't stay here for too long. He needs a security detail.
Yeah.
We
You're
are the
the
security
security
detail.
detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, this thing will work. We'll travel with him in this for a bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you want Pewter to fly over to you?
Cosmo?
Do you want Cosmo to fly over to you?
This is the
Pewter can't
oddest.
fly?
Yeah, the oddest swap around that's
You
happening.
can't fly, right?
Right? And then Pewter looks at the back. He's like, "Do I have wings now?"
No.
Maybe you'll be a dragon soon.
Maybe the
apparently.
Morse code suddenly changed to just 3-letter word: fly, fly.
Yeah, I'll ask Cosmo. Hey, buddy, get over here for a moment. You're looking a little too fancy.
Yeah, he like flies over. I think there's like the little like a sphere in your hand. It's just like a glowing sound, like ding, as he like gets closer. And it's like there's like a little like red light, which like appears like in this little center bit. Like as it seems to come into a certain range, looks like about 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to mentally tell Cosmo this. I don't want to broadcast it to the whole world. Cosmo, listen, I'm going to try a thing. You're going to end up fitting inside this ball, but you're going to probably be safe in here. I'll let you out immediately. Just let me know how it feels, okay?
Mm. He tries to shrug in midair. He almost falls, but he gets it done.
Don't do that. Hang on. Stay still. Yep. It's falling down.
Give me a dexterity saving throw to catch the ball before it falls in midair.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, okay. Dexterity saving throw.
We've played Wordle, we've played Pokemon Go, what else?
Catch, apparently.
19.
You like lean forward and like you have to like, reach out and you catch it, and but you're like dangling over the edge, and like your friends have to pull you back in. But you're like, and then you can like it's like ding, 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 and it's like there's like a little firework that pops up. Yeah, and like as you're holding your hand, you hear Cosmo just like say like, "Wow, it's so big in here. Wow, this place is wild."
Wait, I can hear you in this? Can you hear me?
You feel like your Cosmo like connection. It works while you're like holding him in the sphere.
Hey, is it comfortable in there?
So big, he has so much space to. Oh my God, there's space to run, space to fly. I can go so high. Okay. There's a top. Okay, still, it's really nice. And it's like floating about a bit, like very relaxing.
Do you mind staying in there for a bit?
Pop me an apple though.
Oh no, I put an apple in there. Come out and get it.
Did you? Goes around,
Oh my
flies over, gets
God.
an apple, and then like comes back towards the sphere and immediately turns into this light and just like goes into the sphere by itself. He goes into the
Oh,
sphere.
Oh,
that very quickly. Good job.
You hear the sound of crunching telepathically of it eating an apple.
Cool. Okay, so stay in there for a bit. Tell me if you get like claustrophobic or something, and I'll let you out. Okay, cool. All good? Okay, bye.
Either all good. You know, there's like a clip on it, so you can like attach it to your belt if you wanted to, or just put it in your bag
or your pocket, because
or your pocket. Yeah.
Right behind, like it fits into the small of your back. Anytime you reach, it just appears perfectly.
Yeah.
We need
you could-
updated art of Medu holding
Yeah.
a Pokeball.
Yeah, Bo who? It's just the Pokeball kind of ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosmo has become something of a pocket creature. Yes.
Eh,
A monster. if
I
you
just
will.
now want Cosmo to constantly speak in Cosmo, 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 Cosmo.
All right,
Cosmo.
keep it moving. We got 30 minutes.
So, you guys, like, Henrietta just like watched all of this and said, like, well, that's a thing.
Your dad just gave away something he received from his father. So
Is this
Wow,
a sign
that's-
of approval?
I wouldn't know. I never got one from him.
Oh,
I need to take that anyway. so-
wrecked.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, he did like. He did like when he married my papa. He did kind of adopt me. So I guess that's something. But like, I guess he wanted me to be more druid-like as opposed to becoming like a wizard. But you know, I mean, at least he likes Maiden. That's a good sign. That's good. He likes somebody.
Hmm.
Great. So
He likes Cosmo more than me, let's be honest. But you know, I'll take what I can get.
that's fair enough. Yeah. So, also, while you guys were, I noticed that you guys left this behind, and she's holding like the business card for the harpies. It says like harpies, horseware, barding, all manner of thing, combs, and also saying like payment, but will also accept being allowed to pet cutie little horse babies, or money. Like it's such tiny letters. Such tiny letters.
I'm going to snatch that card away. Be like, what? A calling card.
Business card. Yeah.
This is a little bit of like Stan fan behavior here. I'm just saying.
Speaking of the drag stands, they are kind of like
Yeah, how my
they-
track stands.
they like left this flyer out for you, and it's like looks like a bad drawing of you as a disco ball, like surrounded by all these like bad drawings of kobolds, all kind of dancing, and it says like party at this, like, so you read the word party
Yeah.
and like a time,
Right.
and it basically is like it seems like they want to have some kind of like ritual
Oh no.
involving blades on their feet.
Oh
I
no.
don't know. It's very strange. I think there'll be music, but yeah.
Oh my god. They're gonna go. Wait, how cold is it in Great Crag?
It's like you're up a mountain, so it is somewhat
Oh,
cold.
God, the kobolds are gonna go roller or like ice skating, aren't they? Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, they want. Yeah, so basically, for this long rest, you guys can just sleep if you want to. But if you also want to recover by hanging out with kobolds, some retail therapy, going on a date, I'm not going to force you guys to sleep, but basically you guys have to take it easy if you want to get the benefits of a long rest. So, what kind of stuff do you guys want to do before you go off to see the mace minings?
Before any of them leave, I'm like, should we just, before we do any more things, just talk a little about what our general plan is, and also how we are all doing. I just simply feel that everyone's been going through a lot. I know I've been going through a lot. Apparently, there's a demon that's communicating through me. So
A demon dragon.
demon dragon. Let's
The
just
queen of evil dragons.
Okay, we don't need to reiterate it too many times.
All right.
Yeah.
How are you doing, buddy? This must be a lot.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not entirely sure how I'm doing. because honestly, I didn't know where I was starting. So I kind of just started like, okay, I'll figure things out. And I don't know who I am because, well, honestly, I didn't have a lot of things to work with. And now it feels like I've been like, well, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but it feels like every piston in me is firing constantly at a really fast rate. And
Mm.
I'm not entirely sure, at what point that would be too much. So yeah, that's where I am.
Is it
Right.
like going into war mode? I don't know
It
if you
certainly
remember.
feels like it because we are seeking out all these important talismans, and we just keep getting into these dangerous battles, and now there's all these different transformations happening. And don't get me wrong, the powers are cool. It's fascinating to have something organic happening within the system, but at the same time, it's all a lot.
Right.
I don't know,
Actually,
but
yeah. Like it's acting organic when you're like looking at the crystal. It's like it's not like it became flesh. It was still like crystals and metals, but it definitely does feel organic. It's not like flesh was suddenly going on inside you and you grew a heart. It's just like it's crystals and things that
Yeah.
is like acting that way. But yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
No, it's like I don't know what a piston is, but I think I kind of get it. I've had to use I've had to use more magic in a little while than a long time in more
Yeah.
combat situations. Like usually druidic, you can take your time, you have a ritual, and then suddenly you're in the middle of a fight. You gotta throw magic to stop a fire, and doing all these getting into fights and all these things.
Yeah.
And it's just
No
it's,
go.
it's a lot.
I think maybe we should just take the day off. I think we all could deal with.
And not get into any fights.
Yes, no fights. Maybe we can, get room service. I turned to Henrietta. Do they have room service here?
This isn't a
Do they-
hotel. Do you want to go to a restaurant? We can. There's like cafeteria.
I think we
food, or
should
can
stay
go to a
avoid
restaurant.
public places considering the reputation we have garnered so far.
You're right. You have too many fans.
That's also another problem. I'm not, when I got the drag stands, I was kind of like, it felt nice to just have people like you just because of like everything you did. They just kind of, now I'm starting to realize there might be responsibility attached, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Too many followers.
Yeah, I don't want to be a thought leader, it's a very
How dare you, Shubham?
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because I don't have any thoughts, so
Yeah.
except maybe strength, which is not entirely my thought.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Before I did a lot of talking. How are you guys doing? I'm sorry. I know we can probably find a room and stuff, but it feels like every time we go somewhere, something happens. So I'd rather just talk here.
I look around at all the people passing us as we're having this conversation.
No, you guys are in it. You guys are in like they're taking you up to like a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what? Okay, cool.
So there's no one here except for Henrietta and Nogu and Cosmo and the ball. Like the window's open, but you guys can't just close it. And there's not like an open door or anything going on. No one's like walking in and out or anything like that.
Medu, how are you doing?
Me? I'm fine. I have nothing going on except I'm a little concerned what Nogu and Otam were talking about what's it? The Dale Kya?
The tail kit.
The Dale Kit? Yeah, that
Dale
was
Kit.
a new word to me. So, but he said it's related to the Tau, which is what he used to change the bond. So
Yeah. Nogu's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you guys are happy with him talking in front of Henrietta about this stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, so there are back in long time ago, Delkia came from another realm, another dimension, and they came and they tried to alter reality and like change it in various different ways. There were 30 of them. The gatekeepers were able to bind them in various different ways and keep them bound, keep them like perhaps stop them from distorting reality in various places down below. The Conciliator is one of these 30 Delkia. And each of them have different ways of being bound or being held down. The way that we've used is, of course, the 12 having that like spread out to kind of like limit his energy that's being get out, because like all the powers from these talismans are sort of like his power has been divided, and so like only affecting reality in like very select ways. And so we clean it up to just like stop that effect from just like getting out and mutating your cousin by merging it in with the creature. So like that's like a kind of like uncontrolled, but like the effect that you've had, I believe that the effect you've kind of like done with Cosmo, like it does feel like that kind of like Dalekir effect has kind of like merged you in a healthier way, not so codependent. Is that the right word for when you physically merge with your creature? I don't know.
Well, I don't really feel that much different, so I guess it's all right.
Yeah, I guess it should be fine. Like it's kind of like, I think it has to do with because it's also your dragon mark, which is on this talisman. So that's probably also contributed, which is weird.
Now I like take off my glove and like push up my leather armor a bit, and it's like what used to be a mark which was just on my palm has now kind of spread all over, right up to my elbow, right up to my shoulder, I believe.
Yeah,
That's what.
and you can see like Henrietta's like very impressed. Like, wow, that's really good. That's an impressive mark. Like, very few people have like a greater dragon mark like that. The only thing more, I think, would be like a Siberius dragon mark, and that like goes like almost across your entire body. But that's that's really good. Maybe it resonates with the dragon mark, with the innate magic within you. That's pretty impressive.
I mean, yeah, as long as it doesn't get me into trouble with people around, I have to keep it hidden. But it was a little alarming the first day I noticed it becoming this big. But I guess it doesn't seem to hurt or anything, so I don't really care.
No, how old are these talismans? Are these like thousands of years, I believe. Is it like the dragon mark houses aren't that old?
Well, maybe the houses came into existence later, but the magic could have existed.
Yeah, it's just
longer.
It's just odd that if this talisman is that old, why does it have the same symbol as House Vidalis?
Maybe the house was founded on the talisman?
That would be news. That's like, you don't hear about that in history. That'd be like very strange. Especially like House Thrask is, I don't know if House Thrask has like a talisman after us, but we're only 500 years old.
Wait, how many? There are 12 talismans. How many great houses are there?
There are 12 great houses in existence currently.
Well, I mean,
there used to be 13.
There were 13. That's right. One fell out. Well, it might be that some houses were founded based on these talismans. Maybe they were created to protect them. We do know that the House Vidalis were aware of the existence of this town. They kept it hidden in plain sight in the trophy, which they routinely won. So it was always in their possession. So maybe they were created to protect these things in the first place. They might have forgotten about it though.
Yeah, and the room where the mace was, with the Cainite mark in it, like that place like teched out some machinery. It may have been House Cainite hid the mace there, because that place wasn't owned by Drome 100 years ago. That place was Drome took it over. It used to be part of Brayland.
That's right.
Is that a lead for us to?
No, maybe like Henrietta and Nogu just like look at each other and like figure like, Henry, I'm just like picking this up as I go along. I'm just trying to figure this stuff out. But I don't think I meant. Yeah. Why do you think Primator is a member of House Cainite?
I mean, could be.
Or the other way around. House Cainite serves this person.
Do they have anything to do with each other? Isn't this aren't we just making a delivery to Trimator? We're looking for troglodytes, aren't we?
You're looking for a troglodyte.
A troglodyte who left Greywall and came to Great Crack, possibly with the second Tau.
Yeah. Which was from the indent was in some kind of like hammer or mace or club or something.
Right. Oh, we're so foolish. Mace's Minings. They named it after the thing. Wait, he's super short. What if he's a troglodyte pretending to be a minotaur?
Could-
How old is he?
One way
How
to
old-
find out, right? One way to find out.
He's been the leader of the Minotaurs for the last couple of years. Might have come back in the last couple of years. We don't know how long that thing was stolen.
Well, whatever the case may be, we decided on a break today, so we're gonna go make this delivery.
Yeah. For sure, we
Yeah.
have to. But let's be a little bit more careful now. We may have a situation where we have to take the mace or something from these
Or a
people.
part of it, yeah.
Okay.
So they might give it up willingly, and they might not. So
They probably won't if they've claimed it as their own. I don't think it'll be as easy. Hey, hand that over. That you've based the entire identity of your minds.
maybe they don't know what it does, or maybe they do, and they've been using it.
Why would a bunch of minotaurs work for a troglodyte? Like any other troglodyte? I mean, troglodytes. No offense to them. No one likes to hang out with a troglodyte. They smell so bad. They got a job working in the sewers.
Hey. I mean, not all of them are that bad. The ones we
No.
met in the sewers were pretty chill.
They were chill, but they literally hung out with an otiog, which job is to eat trash, and they smelled worse than it. We couldn't tell because everything smelled bad in the sewers. But yeah.
Future.
Why would I'm just thinking out loud? Why would the Minotaurs? Why would the troglodyte want to be a leader of a Minotaur gang? That seems odd.
Does anyone want to
And
do like
these
a?
are the yeah. Sorry.
So say anything.
No, go on.
If anyone wants to see if they know anything about troglodytes, they can either give me a history or nature check. That's a big ass dice.
Yes. Does anybody want to take this? Because my intelligence.
I be dumb. I'm clocked out of this conversation. I'm gone back to just inspecting like any new markings on my armor.
Oh. 17 minus 116.
Oh, that's good. So, with that, Eli, tell me more about troglodytes. They are more. They're like fairly like the basic knowledge you have. Like these are like before drone, like this kind of information about them. They're like unlike from other species because they do have this stink effect. They literally smell so bad that they can like use it as a weapon. They attack. They don't know how to use. They don't build their own weapons, but they love scavenging it, and it's very much they try and like prove that they are the tough ones, that they want to be like the toughest, that those kind of things. So like a basic kind of warlike society, but you don't know how much troglodytes are like civilized. But you know, like the very basics is that they can't make their own weapons, they can't make their own tools, and they do like value it for being strong. But they're very often like taken advantage of by like other species who can handle the smell. Like if someone can handle the smell, like an orc or an ogre will just like force them to do stuff. But for the most part, they just kick these things out and just like force them to live deep caves or something, or in that kind of like regard. In fact, you don't think you've seen any troglodytes in this city. Like the whole like arena and all that, and you didn't see a single troglodyte. And they're like small to medium-sized creatures.
So they can't make weapons of their own,
Most of them can't.
but they like to have power. And now they've come into. Now this one's found a mace.
Or maybe they're using the Khyber crystals to like power up stuff.
I feel like there's something staring us in the face and we're kind of missing it.
We'll find out when we get there. We're all tired, so it's all right. Also, we've had a few revelations today, so maybe that's bothering us a little.
Yeah,
There's a limited amount you can have a day. It's true.
that's true. So, I guess the question is, unless there's anything else you guys want to do, why don't you guys think about what you guys want to do for your long rest? Whether you want to like go to the ice rink with the kobolds, whether you want to just like chill at a restaurant, whether you guys want to go to the harpies, see if they what clothes they can get your pocket creature, because dressing up your companion is a very big thing of these types.
It's harpies,
Don't
ice
just
ring, and then
Go to a restaurant to eat, chill out and meditate, hang out with one of the dads, make
All right.
friends, explore things. You can do all kinds of stuff. There's like stuff to think about. And once we like figure out what that is, we can discuss it, and then we can start doing all that next session.
Hey, today was a.
We still need to make a call though. I think that's what the DM's saying.
I know.
Well,
But
you don't have to like immediately call, but like, if you let me know before the next session starts,
Sure.
so I know what to prepare.
No, I
that
think
kind of
we'll
stuff.
wait till next session to figure it out in game. That's probably for the best DM.
Oh, no, don't be mean to the DM. Jeez.
Don't be mean to the audience. Maybe like spend 5 minutes while they're like waiting, trying to figure out what to do.
amazing.
I like the idea of getting dressed up by harpies more than an ice ring with more kobolds who seem to always get me into trouble. To be fair, I lead them into it, but still.
Shopping spree. Come on, let's go to the
Let's
hub.
go spend money. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get pimped
Spend-
up.
Yeah, that. And you can also, of course, buy. There are the other shops here. If there's anything specific you guys want to get, you can like probably find variations of it here. Now, if you want magic stuff, that's much trickier to find.
Mhm.
We should sort out a bank. We have a bank balance we need to sort out.
You do have a bank balance, but
There's no bank in Rome.
No recognized bank in Rome that would get like
It's got 1,000 gold just sitting.
Is it 1,000? Is it
Untapped.
more than that? It's 1,000, yeah.
it's 1,200.
Oh,
It's
fine.
1,200.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mhm.
Fine. I've got some money on me right now. I think it should survive.
Yeah.
Drone,
And I-
but
yeah,
I've
should be
got
alright.
91 gold.
Yeah, but we
Nice.
could have 400 gold.
You
How
could
much
have-
money does everybody have out of curiosity?
I also like 100 something. Just under 100.
So we
Let's
can,
go
I think,
buy something nice.
yeah, let's buy some stuff. Look at things.
We should
Alaka,
invest.
you know the rules for like barding your animal if you want to get Cosmo some armor.
I will look it up.
Yeah, you can look that stuff up if you want to. And otherwise, we hope that you guys all had fun watching Desis and Dragons. And we hope to see you next week. What more crazy trends am I going to put into the game to catch these guys off guard? What new wordle is everyone working on? And of course, remember, gotta watch them all.
Ah,
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Please
everybody.
subscribe, but if you didn't, I would understand.
Oh, don't forget One Page RPG Week.
Yes.
Check it
Link
out.
in description. Come to our Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord and also join in the games. Be a player.
Yes.